Hey guys, Brickset here, and I was kind of messing around with my city, rearranging some things, just kind of seeing what possibilities there were to see, and I found some really cool stuff, and then I ran and I got my camera. I'm just gonna jump right into it. So here's what I'm thinking. If I get the Daily Bugle, that might work really well right here, just in the middle. And I guess there's a couple reasons for that. The set itself is finished on all sides. It looks great from every angle. It also doesn't go to any of the edges of the base plate, so it looks kind of weird when it's up against buildings, because there'd be sort of small alleyways between. And then of course, in universe, J. Jonah Jameson, that just feels like something he'd do, is buy get the building that's like right in the middle of town. Now that does sort of wreck the whole Borg Towers in the middle of Ninjago City. This construction site is where I'm hoping to one day build Borg Tower. But even then, I mean, I think Borg Tower will still end up being taller than the Daily Bugle. And so if the Daily Bugle's right there, then you can just kind of enjoy it from all sides. It's something tall in the middle of the city, which I think this is kind of lacking right now, in that it's very small. And then I could literally just move this base plate here. Like, they're not even connected. I could just swap the base plates, and it would look pretty good. Of course, I'd probably move the performers, but side note. But what really prompted me to pick up the camera was I was just trying to see, because Borg Tower is 48 by 48, it's a base plate and a half in both directions. It has to be a lot of weirdness around it to get it back on the grid. And so I was like, Assembly Square and also the Spring Lantern Festival kind of work in that space. So I just thought I'd try it and see how it looked. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. I was not expecting to like this as much as I do, but I think it's just that this, you got the kind of little back kitchen of Assembly Square, and as far as the modular buildings go, Assembly Square does look okay from the backside. I think you have a lot of windows still in the staircase up here. And then, even down here, there's kind of a little thing, and even though there is sort of a sidewalk right here, I can almost see that as like a little sort of alleyway to get to that door back there. So I did that, and then I was thinking I might potentially move Chen's to a 16 by 32 base plate. Right now it's only in a 16 by 16, but even here, it works. And then a stupid thing that just kind of happened that I think solidified this for me was I have Skylar up here flying around, and she just happens to be above Chen's Noodle house. I didn't plan that, it just happened. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on. In doing this, I actually open up 2 more 32 by 32 base plates, which is a really convenient number for modulars. Now, I do almost kind of get rid of the whole need for the little alleyway market. I guess I could do one on this street somewhere, but right now I have 2 slots for 32 by 32 plates, so I don't want to mark it that big, so I just feel like that would look kind of weird. But, I could sort of add that to the park, and maybe that would just help that whole area. Like these 2 base plates right here are a sort of street market and also the park. So that gets combined with this and also this stuff. I think that could work for me. I'm trying to not get too far ahead of myself, but I think that would work out pretty well. So I've made some small adjustments to the Noodle house, the biggest of which is just sort of shaving off the sides so that it can sit flush next to anything now. I feel like this building I've modified more than any other in my city, but it is what it is, and I think it looks really good. So obviously that worked, and all of this is still very modular. I guess modifying Chen's like I did, it makes it just sort of easier to drop it anywhere in the city. So I can very easily go back to the way that I had things previously, and it will all still work fine. And I'm saying that because didn't even like think about this, but this stretch here is sort of set up to be the modular building style sidewalk, where it only comes out in the corner so that whatever you drop there, you can get the sidewalk all the way out to the street. Sesame Street was sort of built with the whole base plate being taken up, obviously mostly because of Hooper's store is just sort of annoying. So there's really no sidewalk here. Oh boy. A couple ways to fix that obviously would be to sort of just kind of redo this with this style of sidewalk. When you have this style and then a modular building, it actually doesn't look that weird. Obviously it's a lot of sidewalk, but I kind of like that look. I don't mind it particularly. So, this is okay. This doesn't work, obviously. So I could get more tiles and just tile off the whole thing, but then there's less color everywhere. I don't know. I could also expand Sesame Street to just take up more space and thus have it more. And I think the thing that makes the most sense is to make it 1.5 base plates, which then creates the problem that I had before when Assembly Square was right there. I don't know. You just can't win. This side of Sesame Street looks pretty good, but Hooper's store, the back of it is really ugly, so I want that to be covered up. So I've already recorded an outro twice because I thought I was done, but then I just kept working on it. So let's talk about that. So, this is the new home of Sesame Street. Hear me out. Hear me out. Obviously, the back of the top here is kind of plain, but I'm not really too worried about that. It looks good from this side, and the sidewalk actually is the right type for right here. So that works out great. The only problem that I was facing with Sesame Street was this side of Hooper's is pretty bad, but I actually kind of built up some stuff. I brought out a duplicate Hooper sign and then the Hooper sticker. So if we go around the front, you'll see there are now 2 Hooper signs. And then down here, I just built up this little Sons of Garmadon graffiti from that one set. And I just kind of did things with it to kind of just cover up that mess. Again, sort of demodularizing this a little bit, but these things aren't terribly hard to remove if I ever want to squish this up against a building in the future. But this is just kind of an easy way for me to sort of cover that up and make it a little more pretty, and not have to really modify too much. Let's move Thanos and Hulk off of here. And what that did is it opened up these 3 base plates right here, which you might think it's kind of not great because I just kind of created more empty space that I need to fill. But at the same time, I kind of don't want to max out all the space in my city right away. Who knows? Next year's modular could go right in here. The next 3 years of modular buildings could go in here. Or there's other sets that I'm just not even thinking of right now that could go in here. Or I'll want to do another mock. I don't know. Either way, I'm kind of just leaving this very open right now. I'm just going to dump Marvel characters on it, I guess. And I'm excited to just kind of have room to expand in the future. But that's going to do it for this video because I am super tired. Let me know what you think of the new layout in the comments below. While you're down there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. All that stuff helps me out a ton, and I do appreciate it. With that, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.